Good morning everyone, you currently join me from the passenger seat of my £20 car. So this latest series of videos, I want to prove that you can polish a turd. So what we're going to do is, as we said in the previous video, repair this car, so fix every problem with it and really try and bring it up to scratch and get it looking a lot sharper for £20 or less per part. So the first thing that we're going to start with, as it does bug me quite a lot, is the headlights. They're quite milky and yellow, so that's the first job for us. We'll see how we get on with it. Now I'm not sure how we managed it, but we've already had an issue with this back wheel. Now we came out to it one morning, it was dead flat and a massive hole in the side of it. Now luckily we've got a spare set of these wheels and I've filmed it all for you, so cue the footage. Oh, I've been feeling a bit deflated recently. The older Rosa is kind of letting me down on day one of daily in this car, and we already have a problem. Now luckily we have another set of 4 matching wheels to those ones for a reason which I will, let you guys know on soon. But I've got one of my pals willing to grab one of the wheels now with a good tyre on it, and hopefully throw it on and back on the road. Right, so 2 of the other wheels are here and we've got a choice to make. So first choice is this tyre here, which has plenty of tread but has no air in it, so we could chance it with this one and hope it holds air. Or we've got another one which is a little bit more worn, still got a little bit on it, but this one does hold air, so make my mind up in a minute. Job's a good one. So the car's now pulled inside. Let's show you these headlights. As I said, they look a little bit yellow, they're a little bit clouded, so we're going to try and restore these to as near as new as possible. Each headlight on this car normally costs about £30, so if we can do this for less than a tenner, I think we're quids in. So, let me explain the processes behind what we're about to do. The first thing that we need to do is protect the painted surfaces. So I'm going to mask off the wing, the bumper, I'm going to open the bonnet and mask off the grille. So when we're resurfacing the headlights, it's not going to cause any damage to the painted areas around it. Boom! So there's the lights masked off. So now we've protected all of the painted parts, so we know we're not going to catch it with the sander or the polisher and it's going to do stuff. So we know we're not going to damage these areas. Let's turn our attention now to the sanding. For those of you that aren't familiar with wet sanding, one of the most important things, including the name, is to use water. Keep the surface lubricated and just keep sanding until you've got an even finish all over the area. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are opting to sand by machine. This is not a sander, this is the Roots LHR 75. So it's a 3-inch backing plate with a 12mm throw, but can be used for sanding. There's nothing stopping you from doing this by hand. This is just the way that we're choosing to do it today because I've got some sanding discs to use up. So we're going to wet sand the light to remove the oxidisation or the yellowing on the lens. First off, we're going to use a 1500 grit by machine. Depending on how bad your lights are, you might want to use a more or less aggressive grit of paper. Okay, so now the headlights are sanded, there's two ways you can approach the refining process. We can either do further sanding to refine the sanding marks, so they get finer and finer and finer, and then have one polishing stage at the end, or we can tackle this using heavy polishing. I'm going to opt for the heavy polishing option, just because we've got loads of polishing pads and polish in stock and less sandpaper. So we're going to use a 3-inch rotary with a wool pad and a heavy cutting compound to try and refine the sanding marks out of these lights. Already after one hit, the headlights are looking 10 times better. But because of the combination that we're using with the rotary, we're using a wool pad with a very heavy cutting compound, it's leaving a very slight hazing. So we're going to go over it a few times with the DA polisher, using varying pads and polishes to bring out the best possible finish on these headlights. Right, so I'm more or less happy with the finish that I've got on the headlights now. What I need to do is protect them. To do this, I'm going to use a ceramic coating, which is going to give UV protection and stop the yellowing from happening again over time. Right, so I've now finished the headlights. I couldn't be much happier with how they've gone. It's really brought the front end, back into this decade. It makes it look a lot newer, and makes it look a lot better cared for as well. So if this is a job that you're thinking of tackling at home, there's no reason why you couldn't. You can wet sand these headlights by hand, working up the grits, and then machine polishing from there. It'd be a bit tricky to hand polish it back, so I'd definitely recommend using a machine, but it's definitely something you guys can do by yourselves. While I've got your guys' attention as well, recently had a new problem develop with the 20-pounder Rosa. We started getting some water dribble into the passenger footwell. So if anyone knows what could be causing this and whether there's a nice, cheap, easy fix for it, because it is a bit of a pain in the arse, please drop me a message, leave a comment, let me know, and hopefully I can try and fix this too. And that is the first instalment of polishing a turd completed. We're hoping to tackle the clutch soon, and also the handle on the passenger door, and also the window in the driver's door. So there's quite a few jobs that we've got to do, but already it's looking better than when we got it, and we're looking forward to seeing how much of a transformation we can make on this car. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we shall catch you next time. Thank you.